So we did the example related to finite automata and regular expression in last lab. So today we will discuss one more example for the same topic, right? So the topic was convert the following regular expression to finite automata. Convert the following regular expression to finite automata. So the expression which is given to you is 1 0 plus left parenthesis 0 plus 1 1 bracket close 0 star 1. So this is the expression which is given to you 1 0 plus bracket start 0 plus 1 1 bracket close 0 star 1, right? So step number 1. So step number 1 says that you will have to represent the entire regular expression with the help of two states only, right? So step 1 is you have to introduce a initial state and one final state. Under these two states represent your entire regular expression like this, right? So after this you have to bifurcate your expression into two parts. So let's suppose my this part is R1 and this complete part is represented with R2. So first rule which we are going to apply is R1 plus R2, right? So step number 2, according to step number 2, by using rule number 1, that is for P plus Q, for P plus Q, you have two ways for reaching to the next state, that is one with P and another with Q. But instead of this P and Q, now we have R1, R2, right? So represent like this R1 and R2. So now I am going to apply this rule in step number 2. So your diagram will look like 1 0 and the remaining expression will be written like this. This is your final state. So this is your step number 2. Then we have step number 3. Again, you need to find the bifurcation. So here you can see that 1.0, which means your second rule. Second rule is for P dot Q. Again, you will also apply the same rule with this expression, that is 0 plus 1 1 within brackets dot 0 star dot 1. So step number 3, using rule number 2, which is for P dot Q. So you can represent your diagram. So here 1 0 your final state, then the lower one expression 0 plus 1 1, then a state will be introduced 0 star a state, then you have 1. So this representation is according to rule number 2, which is for P dot Q, right? So this is your step number 3. Then we have step number 4. Step number 4 is for 0 plus 1 1. So 0 plus 1 1. So again you need to apply rule number 1 again to this section of diagram. 0 plus 1 1. So how you can represent this? 1, when you have 0, your final state, right? Then this 0 plus 1, that is to next state, you have two ways, one with 0 and another one with 1 1, right? And the remaining section will be as such. Right? So this is up to step number 4. Next we have step number 5. So after this step, you have the next step, that is step number 5. And from this diagram, now you will have to reduce this 1.1. 1 1 means 1.1, which means that you have to introduce a state. It will look like this: 1.1. A new state will be introduced between these two, and then you have 0 star and this 1. Then step number 6. So let me write the step number 6 over here. So after this, you have the step number 6. Now you will have to apply the 0 star, that is using rule number 3, which is for iteration. So your diagram will look like 0, your final state. Then you have this 1 1, and when you remove this 0 star, here null symbol will be introduced and your loop will be on the next state, and it is 0. So 0 loop, and then you have 1. Your diagram is almost completed, but you have to remove this null edge because it serves no purpose. Null move, it serves no purpose. So this means you will have to remove this null in step number 7. How you can remove it? You simply place this state to this state, right? So by doing this, this null move will be removed, right? So how you can remove this move? So this is your step number 7. So I am just removing this null move. So I am connecting this state with this with 1 and null move 0 over here, right? So I am just replacing this state to the previous state, and this move will be will be over here, right? So this is your step number 7. Here you can write the heading removal of null move. At step number 7, you can give the heading removal of null move, right? So next you have to assign the state numbers. You have to give the state numbers like Q0, Q1, then you have Q2, Q3 and Q4 over here. Here Q0 is your initial state and Q4 is acting as your final state. So you can clearly see that this diagram is for NDFA. This diagram belongs to NDFA. How? Because Q0 upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q1, and upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q3 as well. That is, upon single input, Q0 is giving two outputs in the form of Q1 and Q3, right? So this is your NDFA. So you need to construct the corresponding transition table for NDFA. After that, you will have to convert that table into the DFA and then draw the corresponding transition diagram from that particular table, right? So first of all, make one transition table for this NDFA diagram, right? So how many states are there? We have 5 states from Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Total 5 states are there, where Q0 is the initial, which will be represented with arrow, and Q4 is the final state, which will be represented with the help of circle Q4, right? So you have two inputs, 0 and 1. So Q0 upon the processing of 0, it is going to Q2. Q0 upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q1, Q3. Q1 upon the processing of 0, it is going to dash. Q1 upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q2, and Q2 upon the processing of 0, it is going to itself. A self loop is there, and upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q4. Q3 upon the processing of 0, it is going to Q4, and upon the processing of 1, it is going to nowhere. And similarly for Q4. So this is the diagram for NDFA, because you have multiple outputs over here. That is the reason this is your NDFA. Then you need to construct the DFA table. You need to construct the DFA table. So next step is transition table for DFA. So you will have to start with the first row, that is your Q0, but this time you will have to represent your states with square brackets. So you will have to put the square brackets along with your states. So states slash sigma, that is your input, states slash input alphabet sigma, right? So first, every time your first row will be same, Q0 upon the processing of 0, check it from the original table, it is going to Q2. and Q naught upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q1 comma Q3. After this, you will have to write that state which have not written over here. Forget about these states, right? So the the second state will be out of these two states. So let me write Q2 first. So Q naught 2 upon the processing of 0, it is going to Q2, and upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q4. So this has been traversed. I have written Q2 once. Now the turn is for Q1 comma Q3. Q1 comma Q3. So Q1 upon the processing of 0. Q1 upon the processing of 0, that is dash. Or you can also represent it with phi. Phi is for empty set. Phi. So Q1 upon the processing of 1, it is going to Q2, and Q3 upon the processing of 1, nowhere. So this has been written on left hand side. This has also been written. Then the turn is for next state, which is your Q4. So Q4 upon the processing of 0 and 1, it is going to nowhere. So which means that your table is completed. So all the states which have written in column number 2nd and column number 3rd, it has been traversed in column number 1, right? So this is your first column. This complete represents your first column, second column, and your third column, right? So the table has been completed for DFA. Now you will have to draw the corresponding transition diagram for this table. So transition diagram for this DFA. Transition diagram for this DFA. चलता पिया उड़ जूगा